Hey, good afternoon, and I don't know what you're doing this afternoon. I'm doing some things to get ready for just my daily improving of my pickleball skills. And one thing that, let me just say a couple things you need to do to improve your pickleball skills, because I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. And there's a couple things. One is, of course, you want to practice a lot. You want to get into games. And let me just encourage you is get in games where people are better than you. If you're always playing people that are at your level or below, you're really going to have trouble improving. And so that's where rec play is great. But make sure that you have some times that really challenge you, sometimes leave you frustrated, and leave you with an awareness. I really need to improve this part of my game. And so one of the things that I'm going to go over today, and actually I'm going to be doing some recording here. I got my ball machine. Why do I have my ball machine? Because you can do reps on really work on techniques. And then when you work on certain things, you can actually take them to the courts and see how it's working and see how you're improving and what you're going to do. But what I'm going to show today is how you could take something you see on YouTube, a video training, and you can go and you can work on it yourself. So one of the big things that you find is when you're in the transition zone, my kitchen line's right here. So when you're in the transition zone and somebody is giving you a hard ball, learning to do a two-hand block, okay? And a two-hand block so that you can get it. If you watch almost all of the pros, when they're having a fastball to them in the transition zone, they're not just one-handling it. They're doing a two-hand. And so when you do a two-hand, your grip's important. And I usually take it, and I have a little bit longer handle. This is a 16.5-inch paddle with a little bit longer handle. One hand here is normal, and then my backhand right here. And I usually stick my finger right there, and now I'm doing a backhand. And so when you do a block, there's a couple different things. One is, this is not a drive where you're driving through like this. You're doing a block that's coming right at your feet. And as it's coming to your feet, you want to take and you're bending your legs lightly, and you're just lifting. You're pivoting from your shoulders, and you're not flapping like this. You're not lifting like this. What happens if you lift high like this? Yeah, the ball's going to go right up. But you're blocking, and you're getting low, and blocking. So I'm going to start my ball machine up, and I'm going to have it set so it's hitting me in the transition zone. And as we go through the transition zone, I'll stop it a couple times, and we'll try to review some things that might be helpful. What I'm trying to do is make sure I just lift a little bit. Of course, I want it to drop into the kitchen. What I don't want to do is raise it up too high like that, okay? But just a little push. Nice. That's okay, now I'm going to adjust the top spin, put a little bit more top spin, because a lot of times when you're getting to play 4, 5 players, that's something that you're going to have to continue with a little bit more. So I'm going to put a lot of top spin on that. And let me lower the elevation just a little bit, maybe a little bit closer to the net, and we'll see how that works. Again, what you want to do is realize is, like, a lot of times when a ball comes at you and you're like this, and your backhand, you can actually go from here to here with your backhand. You're sometimes tempted, but if that ball's really coming at you, you're not going to have the time to switch. Now out here, obviously you have to, but you want to drop down and drop down, and I should be able to cover about here to here all the time. I'm not turning my paddle, okay, like this. I'm keeping my paddle level and blocking. So I should be able to cover about 5 feet there of the 10 feet. And so if they hit it out here, I gotta get this here. Out here, I gotta reach a little bit more. Sometimes there's just good shots, but working on the double backhand block is what we're doing. So let's try to get this going. Now I'm doing with more top spin, and let's see how that goes. Whoa. Keep your paddle out in front of you, like something like that. You either want to move forward and catch it out of here, or ideally, I want it to drop right into the kitchen zone and then attack from there. Those little high. There we go. That's good. Drop it nicely, drop it nicely. Ideally, I'm coming in here then and taking it from there. Okay. See that? Off to the right foot. I'm still able to get that one. That one's not so good. Drop them in the kitchen. Now, there we go, there we go. That's it, that's it. So you want to practice this until it gets really feeling natural. Ooh, not quite enough. A little bit of wind picking up, but you're going to have wind in outdoor games anyway. Then a good shot, you're going to want to come in there anyway. Whoa. Some of them I'm just hitting a little too far, and want to work on just not swinging so high, just dropping it in just a little. They're really coming at you. What you want to try to do when you're doing that is control with your shoulders. Okay, don't lock your elbows, but just keep a nice grip and a light, not a real heavy grip. Simon, he says about a 60-40% on your left and right hand on the grip, and so that's something to think about. And lift, 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 lift. You can a little bit with your legs, but mostly make sure you're not going too high, because then you're going to pop it up then. So that's a little bit what I'm working on. I hope it helps for you to get those drives in the transition zone at your feet, low, and lift, 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 lift. That's what we want to do. Take care. God bless.